Hello subscribers and new viewers. My name is Enid. I'm itching for stitching. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm recording FOSSTube number 38 and it is windy as all get out here. I think there's been a 40-mile-an-hour wind gust. I just heard it howling. So if you hear wind, that's what that is. And yeah, so I don't like it. It blows dust and yeah, anyways, enough about the weather. So today I have a fully finished object, some whips that I've worked on a bit, and some other things I've been doing, other crafts and stuff. So anyway, pardon me, I guess I'll just get right into it. So I have a cup of tea here to you know, caffeinate. Anyway, I'll just jump into it. So I finished May from Pine Mountain Designs, but I edited it, so I did not stitch the, looks like dirt or earth down here with birds in it. I don't like that. It doesn't make sense to me and it bothers me, so I didn't do that part. Also, the kit threads were just about done. I would not have had enough to work that. Obviously, I mean, the kit threads are DMC. I could pull from my stash, but I don't want to. So I like it the way it is. I think that this looks nice. It's balanced, it makes sense, it's logical. And I did not sew this pillow. The kits come with a, what I'm going to call an aperture pillow that you can stuff your needlework finishes into. And when I'm examining this, in my mind's eye, I think I understand how it's made, and it's not as complicated as I think it is. Anyway, at some point I might decide to try to sew my own aperture pillow. That'd be cool. But at any rate, I'm happy to buy a kit that already has one, and I don't have to fool around with that. So anyway, yeah, and that was a whip for years, 3 or more years. I'm not even sure anymore. I just didn't like it very much. The colors didn't make sense to me. Like putting green in there, I didn't like the bottom, but I got a wild hair to finish it, and I did. So that's not a design that would take years to finish, clearly. So this is also really old. I don't remember exactly when I started this, but I had started a long time ago, September, from the same company, Pine Mountain Designs, and this is the pill that came with it. And I can't show the front page because it's just the kit. So as far as I know, these are still, so you can go to that website. As far as I know, these are still available. So you can look at them and see what I'm talking about, the bottom thing. I guess it's whimsical, I don't know. But anyways, once I finished the May one, I remembered I had this as a whip, so I dug it out, and as you can see, I'm using a gigantic piece of Aida. I'm such a jerk. But obviously I had a hoop on it, which I've pulled off because it has the hoop marks. But anyways, it has like a schoolhouse, and I'm just looking at the chart, and an apple tree like over here, and just a line of brown instead of green like the one I just finished, and then the earth with the apples in it, which I don't like it, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave that bottom off because I like the top part of it. It's cute. And anyway, I'll probably stitch on that in the later part of the summer. So anyway, this had like major creases and stuff. So I finished it, and then I hand washed it gently with like hand washing soap, something like that. And I hung it up to dry. So I get those coat hangers that they usually hang like pants from that have clamps. If they let me keep it, I take them, and then when I hand wash my needlework, or I wash a scarf that I've crocheted, whatever, or knit, or whatever, I use those to hang the thing up to dry. And if the fabric fits in the two clamps, and I can kind of stretch it a little bit, which is even better. And so that's what I did. And then when it was dry, it was still creased, and then it had some more wrinkles. So I busted out my tabletop ironing board, which I had heard about on a sewing video on YouTube like years ago. And I think I saw it at when it was at the quilt store, and I was like, I gotta get one of these. That is fantastic. So I have a work table that I think it was from the Home Depot that has a crank, and so I can lower it and raise it, and then I put my ironing board on there, and then I had to get a new iron. My old one died, so it has a water reservoir. I think all irons pretty much have that. And so I spritzed it. I had to get it really damp before, and it was really hot iron to get all the creases and stuff out, but I got it dead smooth, so I'm really happy about that. Like, I'm very pleased. It is aesthetically pleasing to me now in there. It looks smooth, and like I'm just and it wasn't like hard. I just had to work at it, and I got it done. So when I had done this, I had used a piece of 8, and it was way too big. So I cut it down, but the edges are folded. I didn't cut it like really close to the needlework, because at some point I'm going to get my sewing machine and lock down the edges so they don't fray more, and just so it's even better. But today's not that day. So I worked a bit on my freebie from Owl Forest Embroidery. I believe I linked this in my previous floss too about 3 weeks ago. So there should be a URL in the a clickable URL in the description box. So because I found it really hard to find this, but I did find it. And anyway, I'm actually almost done this one. So I've been looking at the chart. It has like back stitched around it, but I don't like the way it looks. I don't think I'm gonna work that. I could change my mind, but I don't think I will. So anyway, I have a plan to finish this and then do the one with the tulips. I'm pretty sure they're tulips because I like the colors in that. This is kind of not turning my crank, this white. And to my eye, it doesn't, I mean, if the light's really good, it shows up pretty well. So I think this is vintage Aida I pulled from my stash. It's like soft blue. So, yeah, that works for me. And I keep the DMC for this project in here. So, there's a whole bunch of different flower eggs. They look kind of like Easter eggs. So sometimes I crochet, sometimes I knit. So for a long time it has bothered me that I can't get a consistent top down hat. Like it's usually way too big. So the first one I did was too big. Like this time, and I noticed that the tutorials I was watching, they would recommend a J-sized hook, which I think is 6 millimeters, which is huge, which would make my gauge huge. So I was like, I'm going to keep the same increases, counts, and all that. Work it exactly the same, but downsize my hook. I think I used an H. I don't even think I used an I hook, which I think most of this worsted weight yarn calls for. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to go through my records, and because I want to make a note of that, because I actually want to crochet more because this is fun. So this is Mainstays acrylic. It's very nice. It used to be a lot cheaper, like under $3, and now they've increased the price on it, which doesn't make me happy. But anyways, you get a ton of yardage in it. I still have tons left over. So I think this was the last one I finished, and I think this is the first one I finished that was a good size that fits. And I used one of those crochet a rose tutorials and sewed that on there with the matching yarn. So I thought it was cute, and so I got a wild hair to start experimenting with some of my other yarns in my stash. So this is Premier acrylic. I think it's like called metallic because it has metallic sparkly thread. I don't know if my phone camera is gonna pick that up, but it's pretty cute. And then I used that I think it was the same tutorial, and crocheted a rose for it, and you know, sewed that on there with yarn. I've locked it down pretty well. So yeah, so I want to experiment with more worsted weight yarns from my stash, and you know, because I find them pretty easy. This pattern's dead easy, and it's double crochet. I tried to do one with half double crochet, but it didn't work. It was it just didn't work. So I think that's my happy place, and I want to experiment with like putting character faces on the hats, but I am not any good at hand sewing faces onto crochet or anything like that, which is hilarious to me because I can cross stitch and do black work embroidery, and I've experimented with other embroidery stitches, but I can't when it comes to crochet. I forget it. So that's not a skill that I possess, but maybe I can come up with something. So I'm drinking my tea. I'm just starting to go cold. Anyway, I've also been building Lego. So, I did the bonsai tree, and I built the base. Oh gosh, popped off. It's giving me a heart attack. I mean, I sweat through building that, although it was really fun. But anyway, I'm missing one of the bricks. I don't know what happened. I looked through I used like an Elizabeth Ward bead tray that doesn't have any bead containers in it. There's a long story there, but anyway, I find that it's great when I'm starting a build. I can kind of like sort the parts by color and size and shape and all of that, more or less. And anyway, and I checked the box, checked all the bags that it wasn't stuck in one of the plastic bags, or I looked all over the floor, could not find it. So I had to go through my many tubs of Lego to find, I couldn't find one in this color, but I found one bright blue that was the right shape and length, which is hilarious to me. You can't tell unless you look at it from a certain angle. So I've contacted Lego, and they're shipping a replacement. I also feel like I was shortchanged some of the little flowers. It's possible that I wasn't, and it's just my perception. So they're literally sending me one flower and one I know there's like words for those bricks, so it's got many studs on it. So anyway, I thought that was funny. So more recently I built the Japanese maple. It's really hard to show it in this video. So some people don't like that, but I think it's beautiful. The foliage on it is just stunning. So when it's autumn, I can't wait to display that like in a main spot in my house because it is just fantastic. So I bought another bonsai tree because I don't want to take all of the white branch leaf things off of it and put green on it. I want to leave it as it is and then build a green mode one, a green foliage one, and then I'll probably display them together because I think that would look nice. It would look interesting. But it'll be a while before I get to that. But yeah, I also built some other Lego, but I didn't grab it all to show here. I'm heavily into the botanicals. So anyway, how many minutes is that? 16 minutes. So I think that's about it for now. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching and commenting and liking my videos. If you enjoy my channel, my content, or whatnot, please consider subscribing. I've been at this more than 2 years. And, you know, even if I could reach 450, I'd feel pretty good about that. But anyways, you don't have to. So, anyway, thank you so much, and remember to keep stitching, crafting, and building because you count. And bye for now.